All right, thanks everybody for joining and watching the channel today. I appreciate if you watched the previous video that I did of 12.5.4.2 for my city driving. It went fairly well. I had one intervention where I had to force the car to pull away from a curb using the accelerator. And then I had a few instances of the car trying to leave a stop sign or a stoplight or a traffic circle and pulling in front of traffic. And I did have one failure on a U-turn. So I'll link that video up above, and I'd appreciate if you go watch that. This video, we're going to leave this parking spot and we're going to head out onto some rural highways. Highway number 1 is going to be like a rural county highway. It has a speed limit, I believe it's 50, it might be 55. And then we're going to head out onto a state highway which has a speed limit of 65, which my car has never been able to read the 65 mile per hour speed limit signs. So we are going to get this started. I've been waiting here and drive for a while to see if the car can pull away from the curb, and it's not even trying. All right, so I just gave a little accelerator tap, the steering wheel came up, and now we're moving. And I'm just gonna let the car figure out how to get out of town to the highway. At this point, this road is marked as 40 miles per hour. This is our 2-lane rural county highway. And here we have our transition to the 55 mile per hour zone. It reads the sign, displayed it on the screen, and we're just going to hold here at 43 miles per hour in the 55 zone. I have vehicles behind me. Hey, well, a vehicle. I thought I saw more than one. It's just one. Still just doing 43 in a 55. I would like to do at least 55. But hey, at least we did 30 in a 20 mile per hour business district, so that makes up for it, right, you guys? So we made it to 44, and now the car, you can't see it on the screen, but I can feel it in my seat. The car keeps tapping its brakes like it's wanting to slow down for the leaves flying in front of it. I don't honestly think we'll ever get to 55. I'm going to press the accelerator, get us up to the actual marked speed limit, and just see what happens. Behind me, so mine, oh no, they're turning off, so I feel more comfortable allowing mine to try to figure this out. I would be slowing down and maybe signaling at this point. This is our destination right here. Okay, so I had a destination set right there and the car just went by it. So again, I'm in a robo-taxi. I have no steering wheel, I have no accelerator pedal, I have no brake pedal. How am I telling the car that I need to stop there? Like, now I've been kidnapped and I'm just continuing down the highway to wherever we end up? Is that how that works? It's now got itself stuck in this loop that it'll never be able to get out of because it's not going to be able to stop at my destination. See if it pulls out in front of anyone. There's traffic coming from the left, at least 3 cars. I would like it to stop creeping. There's 2 coming from the left, nobody from the right. We can't stop in the middle of the road. God damn it, Tesla. You cannot pull out in front of cars and stop in the middle of the road. They're going 55 miles per hour. And those cars had to slam on their brakes to avoid hitting me. You need to get the fixed. It's unacceptable. You're risking me and everybody else on the road. Ashok and his team should be really, really disappointed with this version they've sent out. Look at the mess at this intersection. You have this guy making a left turn on the wrong side of the road. This guy got tired of waiting, so he's moved up into the proper spot to make a turn from. That car over there doesn't know what to do either. You shouldn't be crossing each other this way. You're supposed to go to the opposite side, and I'm going to pull out in front of traffic. Again, I have to hit the accelerator because the car is pulling out in front of traffic. Tesla and Ashok, I don't know what you've done with this version, but it's gonna get somebody hurt really bad, if not killed. That is probably the 4th time today the car has pulled out in front of high-speed traffic. The traffic coming from the left does not have a stop sign. We pulled out in front of that person too. This version is very, very aggressive, and I do not like it. Coming near to where the car never does 65. If you made note of that, you can go back real quick. We passed that 55 speed limit sign. It displayed it going by on the screen. This is all going to make sense here in a minute if it does what I expect it to do. Preemptive 45, it displays it as a 45 mile per hour sign, so it's at least seeing the number. Speed limit sign 45 zone, it's going to display it on the screen. 45 is marked, we'll make that note as well, and we're doing 49. That's acceptable. 4 over, I'm fine with that. Here's another speed limit sign. It's going to display it on the screen. The car did swerve around that tumbleweed in the road. That's cool. Here's some more tumbleweeds in the road. It should swerve around them too. And it does. So, I mean, its object detection is good. More tumbleweeds. Did not move for that one. I'm interested to see if one of these like the wind blows and it goes in front of me, what the car is going to do. Hopefully it doesn't drive into the barrier over there. Sign. I want to show that it's going to show it on the screen. This is going to be our last 45 mile per hour speed limit sign, and it shows it on the screen, and we're still doing 45. Coming up is a sign that's a 65 mile per hour speed limit sign. It's never seen it before. It's right here. It does not show it on the screen, and it does not update it. We're in a 65 mile per hour zone, and the car still believes that we're in a 45 mile per hour speed limit zone. This has been happening to my car since version 11. I'm surprised that no one else has noticed this. No one else has complained about it. This can't be just only my car. I did a trip out to California this summer for the X takeover, and every time that I was on a highway that had a speed limit of 65, this is what the car would do. It literally is just going to do the last speed that it came across, and that's what it's going to maintain. We're slowly making our way closer to the speed limit, but we're only doing 53 in a 65 mile per hour zone. Typically somewhere in this area, the car somehow realizes that it's doing the wrong speed limit and it will change to 65, but that was on the previous version. Now I'm on 12.5.4.2. It was .1 that would somewhere around this corner, it would fix itself. I have gone and checked the map data using like OpenStreetMaps, and they have the 65 mile per hour zone placed in the correct area. So I don't understand what the car is doing. If we're all in on vision, like what's broken that it's not reading the 65 mile per hour speed limit signs, but it reads all of the others? So here, a question for Ashok and the full self-driving team. Why is the car not reading the 65 mile per hour speed limit signs? So I have a vehicle behind me now. So I'm doing 54 and a 65, which is fine by me. I'm not in a hurry to get anywhere, but maybe this person is, so I'm holding them up. Still hasn't transitioned to 65. And now the blinker is on and we don't have anywhere to turn. So where are we trying to go? So now this person that was behind me that was actually getting ready to pass me, now he's laid back a remarkable distance because I've confused him. I've had a random blinker come on for no reason. I do have a turn up ahead in 0.4 of a mile, but why would it put the blinker on a mile away from the corner? For zero reason. So now I need to turn. This is where I would turn my blinker on. I'm a 1/10 of a mile away from the corner that I need to turn at, and I haven't slowed down yet. I haven't put a signal on or anything. Finally, we put a signal on and we start slowing down. And that guy's mad, so he comes up like right on my bumper to tell me that, thank you very much, middle finger to you type of a situation. I'm gonna wait kindly for traffic to go by that is coming. If I would have put it in full self-driving, I would have pulled in front of this person. There's only one vehicle coming. It shows another one on the screen, or it did. If you didn't see that, go back. When that car went by, there was another phantom car showing on the screen. Now the car somehow knows we're in a 65 zone, but it did not show that one like go by on the screen, that it always visualizes the sign go by on the screen. How does the car now know that we're in 65 zone? We're on the exact same stretch that we just came from. So what is the difference going one direction versus the other, that going north, it does not know what the correct speed is, but now going south, it does know what the correct speed is? I don't understand and we have a random left blinker on. Luckily, there's nobody behind me this time to get confused, but why do we have random blinkers coming on? Ashok, if it was me, I would have never released this version of software. You've already had people complaining about all of the problems that it's having, like stopping at green lights, not following speed limits, and so on and so on. I've experienced 4 or 5 instances today of it pulling out in front of traffic. Why are you still releasing this to the general public? You need to stop the release. Do not give it to anybody else, and work on the next version. Because clearly for hardware 3, 12.5.4.2 is a dangerous piece of software to be handing out. I think after today, November 9th, 2024, you need to stop the rollout on this software. It should not go out to any more people, because somebody is going to get into a car crash because it's pulling out in front of people on high-speed roadways. If it wasn't for that, I would be like, okay, it's fine. But because of how many times today in one drive that it has pulled out in front of people in a dangerous and reckless, aggressive manner, I would stop the rollout today. I would not send this out to anybody else. I wouldn't be able to have it on my conscience that software that I wrote and rolled out caused a crash. And that's exactly what it's going to do, especially when it pulls out onto a highway like it did on one of my instances, and it just slams on the brakes, and then it's sitting right square ready for a T-bone crash to happen. That right there 100% says this is not ready for public release, and it should stop now. We're coming into a 45 zone. You'll see the sign here. It's going to show it on the screen. It updates it on here. But now we're doing 60 in a 45 mile per hour zone. I'm going to disengage. The car is speeding. It's doing 60 in a 45. Are you going to pay my ticket? Probably not. Fix speed limit profiles. Yeah, guys, this software is not ready. It shouldn't be out. Add speeding to that list. I don't want the car to be doing 65 or 60 miles per hour in a 45 mile per hour zone. When it sees a decrease in speed limit, it needs to decrease to that speed limit, or within 5 miles an hour over is fine. But no, 15 miles per hour over the marked speed limit is unacceptable. I've basically already given you my final thoughts. I don't think this software should be out to the general public. It's dangerous. I've almost caused, or my car has almost caused, a minimum of 4 crashes today. It can't maintain the speed limit properly, so I believe in my heart that this software rollout for 12.5.4.2 needs to stop. So, yeah. Again, 12.5.4.2, version 12, it's 2024.33.5. That rollout needs to stop today. Should not go out to any more people. Hey, you guys, I appreciate you watching this channel. I know I picked the software apart a lot, but I feel like if it's going to be a robo-taxi and you're not going to have a steering wheel and you're not going to have a brake or an accelerator pedal, the software needs to be perfect. So, I'm sorry if it upsets you that I'm picking it apart. I want it to work just as much as anybody else, but I'm not going to be shy to show the glaring problems of the software either. If they can get these software issues fixed, I can give it a thumbs up. But today, November 9th on 12.5.4.2, you guys, it's a thumbs down. I'm sorry. I don't want to hurt your feelings, but at the end of the day, I really don't care what your feelings are. So give the video a thumbs up. I appreciate you watching. If you appreciate the videos that I'm making and my honest review of the software, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you back in the next one. Thanks, guys. Bye.